Imagine all human knowledge as a giant forest. Inside, a super-fast robot zooms flawlessly down wide, perfectly paved roads. That robot is current artificial intelligence. It is built to find patterns on those existing roads, using what we already know to reach a destination as quickly as possible. But if you ask this machine to go somewhere new, where no paved road exists, it fails. It cannot create a connection it hasn't already seen on a map. Simply adding more data to one giant machine won't fix this. An archive is just a collection of old maps. It doesn't have the spark needed to invent a new route. True intelligence is the ability to step off the pavement and walk into the wild, where no one has ever been. This is the role of the human explorer. We have the unique ability to look at the thickest part of the woods and imagine a path that doesn't exist yet. Our greatest leaps in understanding, like Einstein's view of the universe, weren't found by following old trails. He had to break away from how everyone else was thinking to find something new. Today, the tech industry wastes massive amounts of energy trying to make computers guess where these new paths might be by calculating every possible leaf and rock in the forest. Humans, however, skip all of those endless calculations. We use a biological gut feeling to push right through the wild pushes. We call these brand new, undiscovered links obscure features. Because there are so many directions to choose from, a computer can never predict which one a human will pick. At first, this new discovery is just a private thought. It's like a brilliant idea you have in the shower. It doesn't become a real path until you share it with the world. But when the explorer tries to describe the new trail to the robot, the wind picks up and scrambles the words. Human language is messy. When we try to explain a complex idea, we lose the specific details needed to make it work in the real world. To fix this, we need a way to label a discovery so it stays exactly the same no matter who talks about it. Nature already does this using DNA, which gives every tiny cell a permanent mathematical identity. If we want to share our discoveries accurately, we need a system that uses fixed mathematical codes instead of confusing words. This is the Semiotic Web. It gives the explorer a glowing marker to permanently anchor their new trail. This marker is a universal concept identity, a mathematical label that describes the discovery so perfectly any system can understand it. This stone pillar shows Roman numerals, which were very hard to use for big calculations. When we moved to the numbers we use today, every symbol got a fixed, predictable value, making math easy. The Semiotic Web does this for our ideas. Once the glowing marker is placed, tiny mechanical forest rangers quickly scurry down the path to check the new terrain. These agents provide the real-world testing needed to prove the path is solid and safe for others to use. Once they validate it, the explorer's private hunch is transformed into a universal truth that the whole forest can share. In the early days of computers, information was trapped in separate boxes. Different systems couldn't talk to each other, so every group was stuck on their own little island. This vintage screen shows how limited those old connections were. You could see the data, but you couldn't easily move it to a different kind of machine. Eventually, we created a standard language letting all computers share data. The Semiotic Web does this for meaning, allowing systems to instantly use new ideas. Now, the explorer's validated path is broadcast, perfectly integrated into one global network. This creates a universal language for human thoughts, ensuring that any new interaction is recorded in a way that stays stable and accessible forever. All these new trails are shared through the Mindshare Matrix Marketplace. It acts like a secure, global map store for these discoveries. Using advanced digital security, the marketplace protects the explorer's work while making it available to everyone else in the ecosystem immediately. The super-fast robot immediately cruises onto the glowing trail, using it to build even more complex ideas. AI cannot discover new worlds by itself, but with the Semiotic Web, every human spark of genius helps the entire world grow more intelligent, together.